Hearing the sound of the girl coming from behind, I turned my head back, when Lulu immediately returned to normal, seeming shy under my gaze, glancing around to assess, then slowly opening her mouth. Though it might be a bit rude, I still have to boldly ask, "Who are you?" The girl sat down, looking at me and smiling faintly. "My name is Wen Lulu. I'm your girlfriend." I blinked, looking at Wen Lulu with doubtful eyes. "You are my boyfriend, but you don't remember. How could that be?" As she spoke, Wen Lulu even pretended to be about to cry. I looked at Wen Lulu, my eyes full of disbelief again. Wen Lulu grabbed my hand, saying, "The doctor said you can be discharged. Let's go home first." I glanced at Wen Lulu, thought for a moment, then nodded. "All right, pour me a glass of water first." "Sister, yes." "Brother." At this point, when Lulu's turning movement suddenly froze, seeming incredulous as she turned back, and I, with a helpless expression, "Yes," looking at her. "Brother." When Lulu turned around, smiling awkwardly, a bit timidly looking at me. "Brother, how did you figure it out? Didn't you forget everything?" I sighed softly. I originally intended to guess from sister. Guessing correctly was just luck. When Lulu seemed afraid to look me straight in the eyes, had to weakly say, "Sorry, little Lou shouldn't have lied to you." I looked at Wen Lulu with strange eyes and spoke again. "Why did you have to lie to me like that? I just wanted to joke with you." When Lulu giggled charmingly, "Originally planned to tell you after we got home, to give you a surprise." I looked at Wen Lulu, not knowing what to say. Could it be that this girl originally has this personality? Then let's go home. Let's do the discharge procedures first. "Okay. Brother, let little Lou support you," Wen Lulu said as she stood up to help me. "No need. I only lost my memory. Not paralyzed." I sighed helplessly. While walking, I suddenly startled, thought of something, stared at Wen Lulu in shock. "That's not right. Why do we have different surnames?" Regarding this, Wen Lulu told the truth. "It turns out my parents divorced. For some reasons, I chose to move out and live alone, and Mother Wong started a new family. The other party brought a daughter, which is Wen Lulu in front of me now. However, the good times didn't last. Mother Wong and Wen Lulu's father had conflicts again, but this time Mother Wong gave Wen Lulu another choice. That is to find Wong Yu, the brother with no blood relation. So a few months ago, Wen Lulu followed the address provided by Mother Wong and found me, and started living in my house. After hearing everything, I fell into silence, though I don't know before losing my memory how I viewed this matter. But anyway now, I must curse out loud. Damn mother. Brother." When Lulu looked at me pitifully, "Although before you agreed with me, but if now you don't like me, I can leave." I blinked, staring at Wen Lulu. "If I don't keep you, how will you live?" When Lulu was stunned. "If you don't want to keep me, he'll take all my luggage and leave. Then if I have money." On the way home, I stepped on dog poop and fell. When I woke up, I discovered I had 4 more girlfriends. The bad news is I stepped on dog poop and fell, leading to amnesia. The worst news is, the girls who claim to be my girlfriends are all Yander, the neighbor girl with a fragile appearance. In the middle of the night, climbed up the 20th floor air conditioner unit to knock on my window. The sweet and cute childhood friend teacher likes to slip me sleeping pills when I'm not paying attention, just so I can sleep in her arms. The class president who is cold in front of classmates in private likes to hug me and act spoiled. The student council president who seems the most normal suddenly one day gave me a whip, then told me to whip hard. At this moment, I just opened my eyes. Turns out I was lying on the hospital bed in the my head hurt like being hammered. Who am I? Where am I? What have I done? Yo! "You're awake?" Female voice sounded beside me. It was a girl. She had her hair in a ponytail, wearing a white sailor uniform and pleated skirt. When Lulu's eyes full of joy, she immediately stood up to call the doctor. At the moment she stepped out of the hospital room, in the girl's eyes flashed an indescribable excitement. "Big brother, from now on, little sister will take good care of you." Seeing the girl inexplicably running, I showed no emotion. I didn't care about her. My eyes observed around, finally stopped at my wrist. The wrist wearing a pale white band, written name Wong Yu. I slightly narrowed my eyes, felt quite unfamiliar when repeating this name. "My name is Wong Yu. Occupation unknown. Age?" In short, now I'm in the hospital, probably with amnesia. 6 years 40. "Sorry, listen to me. Switch to another story. The doctor will come right away." The doctor started examining me, and the girl from earlier kept standing beside, staring in my face, seeming like she didn't want to leave even for a second. Intuition told me, it seems I have a deep impression of this person. The doctor finished examining, sighed softly. "How am I?" I looked at the doctor, hurriedly asked. The doctor looked at me, patted my shoulder. "It's fine. These days eat whatever you want, play whatever you want." "Nope, buddy, I feel right now besides headache, no feeling of impending death at all." "Yo! Don't misunderstand. I just meant it literally." The doctor also smiled, then adjusted the glasses on his nose. "Initial diagnosis is probably amnesia, but the degree of memory damage is quite light. For common knowledge, not much damage, but about personal experiences. Basically, you've forgotten everything." I blinked with a calm expression as if asking what it means. The doctor nodded. Besides losing personal memories, it doesn't affect normal life and study. When hearing the two words amnesia, when Lulu's eyes suddenly lit up. Big brother. Amnesia means... The girl's mouth corner revealed a dangerous curve. After a quick check, the doctor pulled Wen Lulu aside, briefly explained the situation, because the patient previously had hyperthymesia, so this amnesia conversely made the memory damage very light. Consider it a blessing in disguise. When Lulu nodded after hearing, then spoke. I understand. So now can we do the discharge procedures? No big issues. You can be discharged right away. Yes. Thank you, doctor. When Lulu bowed slightly, when Lulu came back to the bedside. At this time, I was still looking out the window. I will rent a hotel room. If no money, then I will sleep on the street. Wait. I interrupted when Lulu helplessly rubbed my temples. Damn, this situation is not something I can refuse, though no blood relation, but anyway considered my sister. Letting sister sleep on the street or something, I haven't degenerated to that level. I sighed. You continue staying here, but now you know my condition. When we get home, probably you have to take care of me instead. Yes, when Lulu immediately nodded obediently. Brother. Rest assured, little Lou will definitely take good care of you. Hearing these words, I sighed. The headache still hasn't subsided, and when Lulu's mouth corner revealed a dangerous smile. Hemph. Big brother is still so soft-hearted. As long as I say these words, Big brother definitely won't let me leave. You have amnesia, but it's okay. I will take good care of you. You just need to love little Lou. Everything else, little sister will arrange properly. Following Wen Lulu back home, the apartment is not too small. One person living is definitely spacious. Adding a sister is not too cramped or spacious. This is your room. My room is right next door. When Lulu opened a door, introduced to me, I looked around my room, though still no familiar feeling, but have to accept this is my room. How do you feel? Do you remember anything? When Lulu looked at me full of hope, I helplessly shook my head. Sorry, no, but the good news is, I don't hate this room at all. Seems even with amnesia, my preferences haven't changed. When Lulu smiled, then said, I'll go cook. You rest in the room first. When Lulu immediately ran to the kitchen, holding a phone in hand. On the screen, the progress bar is quickly filling up. Formatting the phone, when Lulu looked at the progress bar reaching the end, grinned foolishly. Big brother, let little Lou erase all the bad memories for you. Big brother from now on doesn't have to worry about anything. Just love little Lou is enough. Then when Lulu opened the back cover, took out the SIM card, very quickly when Lulu opened the door, face full of smile walked in. Brother, dinner is almost ready. I smiled faintly, nodded. Got it. Thanks for your hard work. Hearing the praise, when Lulu immediately smiled sweetly, then came close to me, from the pocket took out the phone. This is your phone, but because of repair, the data inside is all corrupted. I replaced a new SIM card for you. Use it for now. Received the phone. I looked at the front and back screen and cover. No signs of damage. Opened the phone screen. I sighed. Indeed, no data left. Originally hoped through the phone could know roughly about my social relationships or some of my preferences, but now seems no hope. Opened the contacts. Discovered inside already saved a contact named Sister. I said nothing more. Looked at Sister. Then spoke. Little Lou, can I call you that? When Lulu immediately brightened eyes, hurriedly nodded. Yes. Can you tell about things before I lost my memory? What kind of person was I before? Hearing these questions, little sister smiled faintly, then sat down beside me. You are a very gentle person. Before when I came to find you, really very scared. If you didn't want to let me stay, what would I do? But after I knocked on your door, you only listened to me recount the matter once. Already decided to let me stay. I know I must be a burden to you. But even so, you still let me stay. So such a gentle brother, surely is a gift from heaven to me. Hearing little sister's description, I have many question marks. Besides that, what else? What is my daily source of income? What about social relationships? If, as when Lulu said, from a long time ago, I moved out to live alone, then can't not have income source. Otherwise hard to live in this area in this city. When Lulu explained, you once told me, initially it was your parents every month send money to you, then you also went to do part-time jobs, so your life is not too difficult. As for social relationships, when Lulu thought for a while, then gently shook her head. This you never told me. I also not very clear. I leaned my head on the chair. Sighed. Why do I feel once amnesia? All the points that can help me find back memories all disappeared. Unconsciously rubbed little sister's head. All right. I know. This time hard for you. When have opportunity, I will compensate you well. After eating, I asked, do you know which class I study in Jiangcheng University? Hearing this question, little sister's action froze. She turned her head to look at me. Brother, how do you know? Did you remember something? I shook my head, a bit helpless. In your wardrobe there's a jacket. On the chest has Jiangcheng University logo. I am 20 years old this year, according to normal study progress. Also right time to go to university. When Lulu looked at me, eyebrows furrowed. Hard to notice. Again, Big Brother's scary observation ability. Plus his hyperthymesia. Seems can't be careless because he has amnesia. Yes, when Lulu smiled lightly, nodded to me, you indeed study at Jiangcheng University. This time I helped you ask for leave. You rest assured. I paused a bit, then nodded. Thank you. So, do you know which class I study? These things before I must have told you, when Lulu honestly told me basic information about studying. After saying, I didn't ask more, only nodded. After talking, the two siblings each do their own things. However, in each person's heart all hold different thoughts. I sat on the computer chair, pulled out the drawer. Inside has a wallet. Opened. Besides some small change, there are also some cards. The first one is a card. Compare the photo on the card. Confirm it's me. Then student card. Look front and back. Indeed Jiangcheng University student card. No problem. However, when looking at the last card, it was a bank card. On it also pasted a piece of paper with a series of numbers. Probably the password. I took out the phone, downloaded some necessary apps, then entered the bank card number into the phone. Want to see if this is my card or not? This error already. Why do I still have ancient habit? Using wallet. Leather wallet like this, I while self-asking, what kind of person was I before? While lifting the teacup to drink a sip, the phone screen moved, finally displayed the card balance. 1 million. I spat out the whole sip of tea. People in Jiangcheng. Online. Urgent need. Discover myself have a card with 1 million balance. What to do? Below are netizens' comments. Just the clown's illusion before starving to death. Xiao Sunan has rich imagination. Broken. The kid ate poisoned mixed rice. I don't believe. Unless you give me 50 to check strength. Looking at these comments, I helplessly sighed. Next morning wake up, after personal hygiene, I left home to go to school, but because don't know specific address where, so I can only look at map while go to school gate. In front has a campus overview map. Glanced at the map. I quickly found the school building I need to go, but right on the way to the school building, my back suddenly patted, then a girl's lively voice sounded, "Hey you, long time no see you." I turned back, a tall slender girl smiled, looking at me with radiant face. The girl's eyes full of charm, looking to easily make people mesmerized. However, I didn't have this reaction. Only blinked, looking at her not understanding. The girl saw I didn't answer, a bit confused. What's wrong? Don't want to see me, I said with a bit slow voice, slowly opened mouth. Can I ask who you are first? Words just finished, Shinjia's eyes immediately empty. Lost the light. Brother you, what do you mean? Nope. I hurriedly waved hands, to avoid misunderstanding. Actually, I had amnesia yesterday, so now I don't remember anything. Hearing these words, Shinjia somewhat hesitantly looked into my eyes. You? Are you serious? Though I also don't know how to prove it's true. Anyway, I don't carry medical records with me. I muttered, you don't remember who I am? I nodded. To be precise, I don't remember anyone is who. Hearing these words, Shinjia suddenly wet eyes. You even don't remember me anymore? I am your childhood friend. And Shinjia while saying grab my hand. In my confused eyes, she slowly opened mouth. And I am also your girlfriend. Looking at the girl looked at Wang Yu. Huh. I let out a short doubtful sound. A few minutes later, after a series of explanations from the girl, I just knew. So your name is Shinjia, is my childhood friend, at the same time also my girlfriend? I glanced at Shinjia. Shinjia immediately nodded. I thought for a while, then opened mouth. Seems not quite right. Words just finished. Shinjia hurriedly said, really? I even have our joint photos. I'm not talking about that. I shook head, interrupted Shinjia. You said you are my childhood friend, but I didn't live here since childhood. I only recently moved here. You lived in Maknai village, Jiang'an city. When 17 years old you moved to Jiangcheng and started studying at Jiangcheng University. Did I say correctly? I was stunned, eyes slightly narrowed, remembered the ID number I viewed yesterday, corresponding local code. Indeed, as Shinjia said, knowing so much information about me. So this girl in front of me, if not childhood friend, also surely a person with close relationship. I leaned towards this childhood friend point. The address is indeed correct. I turned to Shinjia. Do you also study in this building? Shinjia shook head. Very sorry we not same major. I also not. Lingered. Waved to Shinjia, so I go first. See you later. Shinjia also naturally waved. Didn't see anything unusual. In my heart, placed Shinjia in a quite safe position, then went towards the school building. However, I didn't see. Right behind, Shinjia's smile immediately changed. Became morbid. Frenzied. Looking at Wang Yu's back, Shinjia unconsciously hugged her body tight. She took out phone, opened private photo album. Inside all Wang Yu's photos, including Wang Yu when walking, Wang Yu when sleeping, Wang Yu when exercising, even when gonna toilet. You. No wonder these days I couldn't track you. Really scared me to death. Almost I couldn't hold back and climbed over air conditioner unit. Broke into your house. But it's okay. We will meet again soon. To the classroom. I sat in a corner not attracting attention. Right at that time, a male student saw me, immediately like meeting old friend. Sat down beside. You bro. Finally you came back. I looked at this male student. Cleared throat. What's your name? What relationship with me? After hearing, male student widened eyes. No way you bro. What are you joking? I am Wang Kang here. I am your bro. How can you not recognize if I say I have amnesia? Do you believe? Not believe then get lost. So these days you didn't come to school because of amnesia. I nodded. Didn't oppose, just like plot in novel. Wang Kang scratched head, said, who knows, maybe we are in some novel, for the great readers to watch and tease. I serious face open mouth. You bro, don't scare me, I'm very timid. I shrugged. Didn't respond. Kang Z, I ask you a question. What question? If you suddenly discover your account has additional 1 million, what will you do? Don't believe, unless you give me 50, to see the strength. I looked at Wang Kang, then sighed. Forget it, nothing. But right when I intended to say more something, another female voice sounded. Wang Yu, recently are you okay? A girl. Wearing glasses. Plump figure. Exuding coldness. Kang Z, quick introduced to me. Wang Kang reacted, then hurriedly said, she is named Mu0, is our class president. Do I have a good relationship with her? How to say, if compared to the relationship between me and you? You bro, the relationship between you and her is definitely very good. Wang Yu. Mu0's voice sounded again, clear like wind chimes. I lifted my head to look at Mu0. I just talked. Did you hear? Mu0's expression unchanged. Only gently open mouth said, yo. I heard. Hello, class president. I greeted with moderate distance, but this way of addressing made Mu0 slightly frown. Today you are a bit strange. I elbowed Wang Kang. Kang Z, you explain for me. All right. Wang Kang cleared throat. Class president. Actually, it's like this. Through description longer than 10 minutes. Mu0 grasped the key point. Wang Kang nodded. So you bro now may not remember you anymore? Mu0 looked at Wang Yu. I sighed, then looked at Mu0. So sorry. On Mu0's face appeared a bit of indescribable disappointment, but suddenly as if thought of something, eyes immediately lit up. It's okay. After class can you go with me for a bit? I have something to tell you. At that time I will text you. I looked at Mu0. All right, but already changed contact number. Or let's add friends again. Hearing that Mu0 didn't object. Nodded, along with the bell ringing end of class. I stood up. Stretched. Hungry to death you bro. Let's go eat. Wang Kang yawned. I turned off the phone screen. Put in pocket. Wang Yu. Someone looking for you. Right at that time, a classmate suddenly spoke up to remind me. I slightly surprised turned head to look at that classmate. Looking for me. Who? The first one thought of, is this morning. The girl who claimed to be childhood friend? Come my girlfriend Shen Jiai. Of course what she said is true or not. To me still doubtful, mainly after being tricked by sister once. I also not trust much such words anymore. Seems like student council president. That person glanced, then hesitantly answered. I frowned. Who is the student council president? Carrying this question, I stepped out of class, saw right beside the door standing a girl, white hair flowing down, appearance like a fairy. I noticed the girl's 2 hands interlaced, continuously rubbing, seeming in heart very restless. Don't know what to do. Hello, miss. Are you the student council president? Hearing my voice, the president immediately lifted head but avoided my eyes, seeming a bit afraid, a bit worried. Wang Yu, is your body okay? I was stunned. Then remembered, perhaps talking about my amnesia, really a president who cares about classmates? So I gently shook head. Not injured. Thank you for the president's concern. Hearing Wang Yu's strange tone, the girl immediately panicked. She grabbed my hand, tears like about to flow out. Sorry Wang Yu, I really didn't mean to. All is my fault. Please forgive me, okay? I just, wait. President, did you misunderstand something? My amnesia were related to you. I looked at the girl suddenly agitated with confused face. Words just finished. The girl stood still. Tears also stopped at eye corner not flowing out. The girl showed surprised face, not understanding what Wang Yu meant. I sighed. Today how many more times do I have to explain? I have amnesia. What happened yesterday I don't know. Even I don't know who you are. Following Wang Yu's words, the girl's eyes from bright gradually turned to empty with dangerous breath. Then the girl's mouth corner curved up into a smile. So that's it. I felt a chill, but don't know why. Yes, you understand, that's great. So I still don't know your name. My name is Xia Kinjin, student council president, but at the same time also is. Xia Kinjin smiled, grabbing my hand. At the same time also is your girlfriend. Hey miss, my spew really burned. I widened eyes looking at Xia Kinjin. What did you say? I am your girlfriend, Xia Kinjin repeated, face carrying undeniable firm look. I said straight. Don't believe. How can it be? You say is then is a... What evidence? I have photo of us kissing, saying Xia Kinjin started scrolling phone. What? I looked at Xia Kinjin's appearance. Eyes slightly wavering. Another unexpected girl, claiming to be my girlfriend. This made me remember. Shen Jiai met this morning. Initially already suspected Shen Jiai's true identity. Now two sides conflict. Made me more suspicious. Of course still have to see the so-called photo of Xia Kinjin. Found it. Xia Kinjin opened a favorite folder. Took out photo. I leaned over to see. Eyes slightly widened. In the photo I gently closed eyes. Xia Kinjin full of loving look. two people lips touching, as if dating intimately. Moreover, in the photo I even looked quite enjoying. I lifted head to look at Xia again, a bit not daring to believe. You really are my girlfriend? Of course. Photo here already what? Wang Yu, you not the person who does this with other women, right? Xia asked back, right when my brain was operating crazily. Xia continued saying, you really forgot everything? My eyes hesitated for a while, then nodded. Almost like that, Xia mouth corner unintentionally curled up, but retracted immediately. It's okay. We used to be very passionate. Later I will make you feel it all again. I blinked, a bit awkwardly nodded. Right at that time, I suddenly thought of something. You didn't know I have amnesia. So initially you asked how my body condition is what for, and you said what is your fault. Ask me to forgive you. Mentioning this, I keenly noticed Xia eyes narrowed, like remembering unpleasant thing, clearly became tense. Xia looked at me full of doubtful look. Heart pounding. Oh, what to do? The previous matter of locking beloved in basement. Definitely cannot say out, he will hate me, but also not my fault, because beloved too popular, why be intimate with other girls? I just want to be with beloved only. Now beloved is amnesia, so just nice he doesn't know previous matters. Like this I can be with beloved. I slightly frowned, felt something strange, but don't know why. Actually before I was quite capable. Again could pursue such beautiful girl. Before you had a slight cold. These days didn't come to school, so I want to ask how your health is. At this time Xia also answered me. Nodded. Anyway now I no longer have cold symptoms. Probably recovered. That's good. Xia also smiled, nodded. The next Xia linked arm with me, face full of joyful look. So let's go eat first, okay? Wait. Let me tell my friend. So I returned to classroom, found Wang Kang. Kang Z. Today I not eat with you. My girlfriend seems arrived. Yo. Then you two go. I said finish, turned to leave, and Wang Kang until 5 minutes later. Just suddenly startled. When did you bro of girlfriend? Before also didn't hear him say anything. Wang Yu. Before you like this dish most, come open mouth. I feed you. No need. Put in my bowl is fine. Xia indeed worthy my girlfriend. During the meal, she said a lot about my previous preferences and some small personal habits. All very clear. Probably only girlfriend can do to this level. Otherwise how to explain. Perhaps she is Yander. You think this is what novel plot? If she is Yander, I will eat on the spot. I changed number. Let's add friends again. Took out phone, said to Xia Xia of course wish but cannot get. Immediately took out phone, added friend with Wang Yu. Isn't my little brother staying temporarily at my house? Tonight I may have to return early. Xia stunned. Before indeed knew Wang Yu's house has relative coming. Now just no turns out little brother. Xia quickly returned to normal. Smiled, said, I know. If need anything just let me. Hearing these words, a flash of light in my eyes. My mouth corner curved up. Smile carrying a bit mysterious. So I go first. Afternoon I still have class. Right at the moment I stepped out the door. Eyes immediately became sharp. Even this is deceptive. During eating just now, always had quirky feeling cannot dispel. Now I understood where the quirky is, just now tested once. Said sister's brother. Even before I didn't tell her about sister's situation. If she showed surprised look, I also won't pursue too much. But Xia hesitated, then chose to follow my words. That expression not surprised, but hesitant. According to my current understanding of myself, if really have such a girlfriend, then big matter like sister coming to rely, impossible not tell girlfriend. Plus Xia hesitation just now, almost can confirm Xia is lying. Already determined Xia not my girlfriend, so why she knows details like that? Perhaps Xia is Yander. Afternoon only one class. After class can go home. I pack things intending to go home. But right at this time, phone suddenly received message. Is Mu0. Meet behind school building. I didn't forget appointment with Mu0, so replied an emoji. I couldn't help sighing. Yander indeed still scary. Still normal person like class president is best. To behind school building. Look, Mu0 seems not arrived yet. So started patiently waiting. Started thinking whether to test Shenjai. Anyway also claimed to be my girlfriend. Xia has been tested by me. So that Shenjai is she lying to me? Well I was thinking. Glanced. Mu0 is slowly walking over. At this time I was thinking. Mu0, perhaps is a person who rarely interacts with classmates. So how did I get to know her? Well now ask directly isn't better. Mu0 walked to in front of me. I can't help but admit, Mu0's figure really makes people unable to look away. Wang Yu self-admit also considered half gentleman, but sometimes still can't help admiring. I opened mouth. What's the matter? Class president. Mu0 only looked straight at me. The originally calm eyes now started rippling, her red lips parted. Come closer a bit. Breath also trembled accordingly. Class president. Hello? I felt something wrong, so opened mouth. But the next moment, Mu0's originally cold face, immediately flushed red, voice like thin thread gently into my ear. Master, little Ru has arrived. I widened eyes to the point almost popping out. Mu0 has destroyed my last illusion. Classmate Mu0, what's wrong with you? Are you unwell? Yes. Must be unwell. Muzero stunned. Expression didn't change much, but hands still restless, gliding on my stomach. Muzero, you calm down. I serious face, realized need to face seriously. Looked at Muzero extremely sternly. I don't care what happened between us before. Previous me is previous me. Current me is current me. Now you make me feel disgusted. Muzero heard these words, fell into silence. Very good. I believe my words have sunk into her heart. Next is, Muzero lifted head. Eyes frenzied. Continue. Quick, say more. On the way home, I eyes looked blankly. Not me. What script did I enter? Is this still campus life? Finally, I used all strength and silver tongue. Just escaped Muzero's clutches. You are here. What a coincidence. Shinjia's voice suddenly sounded. I turned back with face like tired of life. Shinjia looked at Wang Yu, full of joyful look. What's wrong with you? Not happy to see me. I shook head. Why are you here too? Same way as me, Shinjie smiled, said with joking tone. If I say actually I am stalking you, do you believe? I only smiled, not to mind, but actually in heart already raised vigilance. You. Actually I have something deceiving you. Shinjie showed bitter smile looking at me. I slightly surprised turned back. Deceive me what? Actually, Shinjie a bit embarrassed, but finally still said, you actually I am not. Your girlfriend. I raised eyebrow. I haven't tested yet. She already admitted herself, but I really am your childhood friend, and I also really like you. I know you may be very angry, but please, can you forgive me? I really that time a bit impulsive. Shinjie looked at me with sincere eyes, pitifully looked at me. I slightly frowned, felt why the issue became complicated. It's okay, I can understand, though I don't remember previous matters, but having a childhood friend like you, previous me must have been very happy. Shinjie also smiled along, then quickly walked to in front of me. You even if before I was, but now I want to strive for myself. I like you. You. Can I become your girlfriend? I serious, looked at the girl. Momentarily dazed. I know you like me very much. Perhaps, before I would without hesitation agree this confession, however seems you are unlucky. Now I no longer have memories about you, which means I have no reason to like you, so I can't accept. This is responsibility to myself, also responsibility to you. My words very sincere, make people unable to find reason to refute. Shinjie blankly looked at me, then smiled painfully, her eye corners teared. Also right, but actually not entirely so. I will remember your confession. If later I really like you, I will respond. Now I need more memories about you, so my words not finished. Shinjie already placed finger on my lips. I understand, you even with amnesia, you still unchanged, so I will wait, let's pinky promise. At that time you must keep the promise. Shinjie smiled, then extended pinky. I blinked, silently observed Shinjie's expression. No sign of lying, I also smiled. Extended pinky, hooked into Shinjie's pinky. Sunset just right, shadows of two intertwined. Completed the promise. In my heart really secretly relieved. Today finally met a normal girl. Just returned home I opened door, then unconsciously called. In back, from living room immediately sounded Wen Lula's voice. Welcome home, brother. Today you worked hard. I placed backpack on chair, poured myself a cup of tea. Wen Lulu came out from living room to welcome me. I while drinking water while lifting eyes to look, only saw Wen Lulu tied hair up, wearing a black-white maid outfit, combined with white stockings, smooth patterns faintly visible. When Lulu looked at brother's appearance, showed mischievous smile. What's wrong? This is the outfit you before like me to wear most. I widened eyes, for a moment don't know what to say. When Lulu smiled approached me, before you even begged me to wear this outfit. Now you don't like anymore. This not the issue of like or not. I helplessly retorted. Just now were you a bit moved? Definitely yes right. Ah! Perhaps you want to push down sister. Stop. I interrupted Wen Lulu. This little one. What nonsense. You want to wear what I all respect your preference. No need to say is, because I like. Tonight what do I want to eat? I have no opinion. You make anything is fine. Then you take time to rest. With me here, you just relax. Lulu showed pure smile. I looked at sister leaving, but eyebrows slightly frowned. Little Lou seems lying. Also can't blame me too sensitive or suspicious. Just sometimes I really trust my intuition. Half hour later. Dinner ready. Brother eat. When Lula's voice from outside door came in, interrupted my train of thought. Coming. I while standing up. While answering, to the dining table, sister already prepared full dishes. I looked at these delicious attractive dishes, felt my sister really capable. Seems all house matters. All no need me to lift a hand. Received the bowl of rice sister scoop. I started eating. When Lulu seems very understand my taste. Though I don't know what I like to eat. But to the dishes sister made, have strange familiar feeling. Delicious brother. When Lulu saw my eating appearance, so smiled asked. Very delicious. Little Lou. You have potential to be chef. I only want to be chef for you. Yep. Good. Then you must be my chef well. I can be your chef for life. When Lulu smiled. Tone relaxed. I also didn't think it's real. Picked for When Lulu a chopstick of food. You also eat more. To develop body normally. When Lulu heard finished stunned. Then as if thought of something. Lowered head to look at her chest. Complexion started a bit off. Seems I said wrong. Sibling meal. perhaps because of brother's unintentional sentence, fell into silence. When Lulu lowered head to look, saw her toe tips, I seems also understood sister's thought. Hurriedly salvaged, look little Lu, I didn't mean that. I mean, no need to explain. Brother. Little Lu understands. When Lulu showed smile, however this smile really a bit forced. You indeed prefer plump figure, right? Rest assured, brother, even if you hate little Lu also okay. Nope, nope, nope. You completely misunderstood. Actually, flat is also fine. Right? But I definitely not hate sister. Don't think too much. I comforted a bit messily. Little Lu knows, if you really hate little Lu, then little Lu just die is best. Around when Lulu vaguely black aura swirling, made me sweat profusely. This time shouldn't joke like this. Ha! Little Lua, or weekend we go stroll street, okay? I hurriedly changed topic. Words just finished. When Lulu indeed stunned, then lifted head. What did you say? Seeing effective, I hurriedly continued. I said this weekend we together go stroll street. You see, I just amnesia. Just right, need to familiarize with surroundings. Just right, earlier I said want to compensate you. Stroll street, see like what? I buy for you. Okay. And Lulu dazed, then immediately obediently nodded. Yes, I listened to you. That's good. I nodded, but actually cold sweat flowing. After dinner, sister cleared dishes. I sat on sofa, started organizing doubts in past 2 days. First, point 1. The money in that card where from. This is what I urgently want to clarify. Point 2. Hold today. The girl's acquainted with me. What relationship with me? Point 3. My occasional headache. What is it? Point 4. Where did my SIM card go? I always a bit doubtful about this, even if my phone broken, but SIM card still can find information. And sister directly changed me a new SIM card. Why? I wrote all these questions into notes, but just about to press save, hand suddenly stopped, seeming to be thinking about something, finally just took a screenshot, then deleted all these questions, and saved the screenshot to private folder. Finished all. I then turned off the phone. Sighed deeply. Right at that time, sister suddenly walked in, face full of smile. Brother, it's time to take medicine. Click. Following the door locking sound, Shinjiai opened the room door and entered. In the dark room, vaguely saw the wall, seeming pasted full of something. Shinjiai turned on the light. The room immediately brightened. Look closely again, can suddenly discover the whole wall densely full of Wang Yi's photos. Shinjiai face full of infatuated smile. Fingers gently stroked Wang Yi's face in the photo. You. I almost can't bear it anymore. Really want to be with you every moment. The smile on Shinjiai's face crazy and morbid. She rushed to the bed, hugged tight the pillow on the bed. Inhaled deeply, occasionally let out delighted laughter. Sia Kinjin opened the basement door. Inhaled deeply. Seeming, in the air still lingered Wang Yi's scent left behind, the whole space very tidy, only in the middle placed a chair. On the chair still hung an iron chain. Sia Kinjin looked at the chair, slowly sat down. Self-talked. Beloved, last time I was too hasty, shouldn't be so rough. It's okay. You have amnesia. That's God giving me a chance. Still don't understand, the love between me and beloved blessed by God. Rest assured, this time I won't be hasty anymore. As long as beloved doesn't go flirting anymore, I won't let beloved come here again. On the other hand, I looked at the tray sister brought. On the tray, already had paper lining a few capsules and pills. After discharge, doctor still prescribed me some medicine. Sister now followed the dosage each time. Prepared all for Wang Yu. Really very thoughtful. I glanced. Indeed the medicine doctor prescribed for me, so no vigilance mentality. Smiled, rubbed Wen Lula's head. Said, thank you. Picked up the pills, put all in a mouth, then lifted the warm water cup and drank all. When you take medicine, I will prepare the medicine for you like this. Remember to take all, okay? When Lulu smiled, reminded, then trouble you, having sister like you, really makes me relieved a lot. I smiled, stroked sister's head when Lulu felt brother's stroking force. Eyes again slightly empty, looked at the water cup Wang Yu put down. After shower, I while using dry towel wiped hair, while sat down on chair in my room. Opened computer, checked if I missed any place. Hard drive no trace of being touched. Back and also no display of intrusion. Meaning, if don't no password, others shouldn't touch this computer. When I was thinking something, the room door slowly opened, when Lula's voice accordingly sounded. Brother, I turned to glance. Immediately startled, only saw when Lulu hair loose behind back, still lingering water drops. Little Lu, why did you enter like this? Pupils contracted in an instant. I came to find my hair dryer, I originally placed in bathroom. At this time when Lulu already walked beside me, slowly bent down to take the hair dryer, then I take it first, okay? I nodded. Already sister wants to use, then should let sister use first. But right at that time, when Lulu suddenly slipped, fell into my arms, I hurriedly supported when Lulu. Then asked, are you okay? Be careful a bit. Perhaps because just showered, when Lulu emitted a light fragrance. Sorry brother, little Lu is so clumsy. When Lulu stood up, showed faint smile. I shook head. Nothing. After shower remember to be careful a bit. Then little Lu go first. When Lulu held hair dryer, then didn't stay more. Left the room, however in heart completely not normal as appearance. Must frequently, intentionally or unintentionally, create some intimate contacts with Big Brother. Over time, subconsciously, the Big Brother will gradually get used to these contacts. At that time, even advance further, Big Brother also subconsciously think. Nothing big, step by step. On this side, I shook head, a bit surprised, whole day couldn't sleep. Now sleepiness came itself, tired feeling gradually surging. I also decided not to miss rare opportunity, then turned off computer and light. Started sleeping. 3 a.m., my room door slowly opened, when Lulu quietly entered room. Steps light, even in such quiet night, also no sound heard, her eyes empty. Sat down, blankly looked at Wang Yu's sleeping face. In water has sleeping pill, so no worry Big Brother wakes up, therefore even do overboard things. No need to worry. When Lulu held the phone at Wang Yu's bedside, discovered need password to unlock phone, she faintly smiled, entered a series of numbers, successfully unlocked phone, flipped through phone carefully, usage situation yesterday. From interface showed time used apps, she opened chat section, checked today brother added friends with whom? Women? All women. Big Brother really not reassuring, and chat history with some people seems a bit too intimate. Even at home is such good sister, Big Brother still not forget outsiders. When Lulu looked at Wang Yu, smile and face full of dangerous look. Opened notes, no record seen, but right after found private album and phone, discovered screenshot Wang Yu left, read carefully once, content Wang Yu left and screenshot. Then chuckled, Big Brother still sharp as ever, smallest detail also not escape, but Big Brother's eyes, seems little Lu also must be more careful. More attentive. 4 a.m., when Lulu left the room, quietly closed door. Next morning, alarm clock nosy beside my ear nonstop. I bowed head, a bit wary propped up, turned off alarm, yawn rubbed sleepy eyes, felt long time no sleep well like this, but why still feel body tired? I slowly got out of bed, looked around, everything around no change, then opened room door, stepped out of room. Brother good morning, just outdoor, already heard sister's energetic voice. A dining table when Lulu already made breakfast, face full of smile waiting brother wake up. Just like a virtuous wife, handled all house chores, completely no let Wang Yu lift a finger. Myself just need to love little Lu is enough. This thought suddenly appeared in my mind. I immediately startled. Why I have such strange thought? No way! Am I really Siska? Impossible. Brother quick come eat. When Lulu at this time interrupted my surprised thought. Ah! Little Lu. I stopped eating action, lifted head looked at Wen Lulu. What's wrong brother? When Lulu still smiled responded. Before said I often go part-time outside. Do you remember where I part-timed? When Lulu heard this question, thought a bit, then shook head. I only know, you seem part-time at convenience store or something, but you also didn't tell me specifically where. I heard these words, thought for a while, then sighed. Alright. After eating, I suddenly remembered something, then asked. Speaking of that, I long wanted to ask, little Lu, done you go to school? When Lulu heard finished slightly dazed, then answered, because before need to take care of you, so asked for few days off, now still in leave period, so I nodded, didn't say more. Finished breakfast. Stood up, then I go first, you at home alone stayed put. Yes, I know. Goodbye, brother. You. What a coincidence. Right when near school, I again heard familiar voice. Indeed, saw not far Shen Jia waving to me. On Shen Jia's face hung smile, seeming meeting Wang Yu to her is a very happy thing. I also gently nodded to her, too quickly walked side by side. Is it illusion? Feel like we meet every time. I brought up topic. If I say I am stalking you, do you believe? This is second time you said so. I take as real. Actually, that's the truth. Shen Jia hands behind back, looked at Wang Yu. Smiled, said, I actually always sit there waiting you come. Just want to walk with you. I stunned a bit and smiled, said, how no I will pass here. This is the way from a Yus home to school. Shen Jia smiled, answered, at this time should I feel a bit scared? Seems so you. Quick run. Shen Jia tilted head, joked. Forget it. Am lazy. I shook head, not to mind, say Shen Jia, you are my childhood friend. Right? Shen Jia seriously nodded. Then can you say, before what kind of person I was, at least in your eyes, what kind of person I am? I looked at Shen Jia, said with serious look. Shen Jia heard finished nodded, then started recalling. At that time, you and I lived very close to each other. We often played together. Uncle and aunt were very good to me. If there's anything special, Yu's memory from childhood to adulthood was very good, especially every time memorizing lessons. You just needed to glance once to memorize everything. Is that so? I seemed to be thinking about something, about this memory point. I wasn't surprised either, but Shen Jia said my parents were very good to her. This point made me think of a suspicious detail. If it was really like that, why after my parents divorced, I didn't choose either side, but instead moved out to live alone. Shen Jia didn't linger, said goodbye to Wang Yu. Quickly left. I looked at Shen Jia's back, secretly smiled. Although, suddenly having such a childhood friend, and even directly saying she likes me, I must say, I really have no reason to dislike Shen Jia's current behavior. On the contrary, I quite have a good impression of Shen Jia. To the classroom, just stepped in and locked eyes with Mu-Zero. Mu-Zero's calm eyes looked into Wang Yu's eyes. Looking at these eyes, I found it hard to believe. Yesterday afternoon's Mu-Zero and the current Mu-Zero are the same person. Staring for a few seconds, Mu-Zero opened her mouth. "Where's Wang Yu?" I instinctively responded. "Do you want to come in?" Mu-Zero made way. Yesterday afternoon's matter still lingered in my mind. Originally, having too good a memory can't forget. After being messed with by Mu-Zero yesterday afternoon, even harder to forget, so I took the initiative to speak. "Mu-Zero, can I ask you something?" "Go ahead." Mu-Zero still calm, her voice like a tranquil lake. "What was yesterday afternoon about?" I looked around, used an ambiguous way of speaking. Mu-Zero heard it. Just blinked, then calmly answered, as I said, "What are you talking about with me?" So I realized, only when alone together, can continue this conversation with Mu-Zero. I sighed, then said to Mu-Zero, "Can you go with me for a bit? I have something to say to you." Mu-Zero's eyes slightly contracted, seeming to be thinking. Finally nodded, so Mu-Zero and Wang Yu left the classroom, but inside the classroom immediately buzzed, especially the female students. Gossip spirit immediately flared up. Hey, did you hear? Finally pulled the class president out for a private talk. This scene, isn't this for me to see? Really, I've long felt something was off. Didn't you notice? Class president is cold to everyone, but the relationship between her and Wang Yu, always very subtle. I led Mu-Zero to a secluded corner. "Now can we talk properly?" Mu-Zero's eyes still calm. She looked around, then looked back at Wang Yu, slowly opened mouth. "Do you want to do it here?" "Huh." I almost fainted, choked by this sentence. "If you want, can too." I hurriedly interrupted Mu-Zero. "If you dare say one more word, I'll immediately throw you down from here." Mu-Zero was interrupted, heard Wang Yu's words. Just nodded. I asked. "You answer, how did we get to know each other?" But I didn't mean that." I raised hand to forehead, a bit helpless. "What I mean, why did you and I have such a relationship? You said I promised you." "What exactly happened?" Mu-Zero opened mouth. "I don't know why. When with you I feel very excited. That day I asked you if you could be rough with me. You said okay." I widened eyes. "Is this Chinese? Is a book missing?" "You explain clearly to me. Say exactly word for word what I said." Mu-Zero blinked, then opened mouth. "You said okay. Okay. I still have things. Not talking with you anymore. Have to go now." Two people looked at each other. Atmosphere at this time very silent. Leaning on the railing, I suddenly felt like jumping down. What exactly did I do wrong before amnesia? Why got entangled in so many troubles? Mu-Zero looked at Wang Yu open mouth. "But before you treated me like that too, true or false? You're not misunderstanding again? Right?" I looked at Mu-Zero with helpless eyes. Now for words from Mu-Zero's mouth. I always keep a doubtful attitude. Mu-Zero came closer a bit. Wang Yu's face flushed again, full of excited look. She breathed lightly. "Can we now?" I widened eyes, looked up and down. "What?" The next moment, not yet reacted, Mu-Zero suddenly used force, pushed me against the wall, rushed into my arms. Gently sucked. Now I'm very excited. "No, you calm down first." "I'm very calm." Mu-Zero eyes dreamy. "I give you 3 seconds. Immediately return to normal. If not, will you punish me?" Next second I didn't count anymore. Directly raised hand grabbed Mu-Zero, pushed her away from me. Sighed. "Mu-Zero, now can we compromise a bit? I won't avoid you, but don't go too far like this." Mu-Zero blinked, looked into Wang Yu's eyes, showed innocent look, answered, "If you want, I can." I silent for a few seconds. "I take it you agree." When I returned to classroom, suddenly felt strange. What's wrong? Why feel like countless eyes staring? I sat down beside Wang Kang myself. "What's up you bro? Where did you just go?" Talked privately with Mu-Zero. "What's wrong? Not gonna confess. Right? Kang Z, your face itchy. Want me to give you 2 slaps to scratch the itch?" I was wrong. "You bro." Wang Kang hurriedly corrected. At this time, roughly knew where the strange feeling just now came from. I only sighed, not intending to have any explanation. "Kang Z, I ask you something." "What thing?" "Before I work part-time at a convenience store. Do you know specifically where?" Wang Kang heard thought for a while, then regretfully shook head. "I indeed know you bro you work part-time, but you bro you didn't want to tell me where." Said don't want to reveal private matters to avoid trouble. I heard finished pondered. According to Wang Kang's description, plus some details I discovered before, person who sets computer password as pi number, surely is a person very attentive to privacy. If so, that means I wouldn't easily tell unfamiliar people. Too many details about myself, so why does Axia Kinyan know so many details? Either she really has a special relationship with me. These things all told by me to her, or she is Yander. These things, all investigated by her using unimaginable means, and I've secretly ruled out the first case. Actually, no matter what, pacifying a Yander. To me, all our actions need to perform. Noon I still ate with Xia Qingjin. Xia Qingjin looked very happy, and eyes couldn't hide excitement. I looked at her appearance but didn't expose about the relationship between Xia Qingjin and me. Still many doubts. Already not a romantic relationship. So the photo Xia Qingjin showed me, what exactly is it? In the next meal, I not only actively found topics to talk, but also intentionally or unintentionally asked about her. "Hey, before didn't you show me that photo? I'm quite curious. What happened between us at that time?" Can you tell me? Hearing Wang Yu's words, Xia Qinyan's pupil slightly froze, then raised head said, actually nothing special. If you didn't mention, I almost forgot. That day also didn't do anything special. We went shopping at the mall together. Yes. Then emotions surged. So kissed. I slightly moved eyes. Gently responded. Yo. Is that so? In my heart already had great suspicion. Xia Qinyan's answer too perfunctory. Compared to details and answers to previous questions, completely formed contrast. So Xia Qinyan is lying. Temporarily set aside thoughts about this. I asked another question. Actually, one more thing. Before I seemed to work part-time at a convenience store, but now I forgot which store. Do you remember? Mentioning this question, Xia Qinyan immediately smiled, answered, of course no. The next Xia Qinyan accurately said the location, also thoughtfully guided Wang Yu how to go from school to that convenience store. Thanks, I remembered the address. Plan to explore after class. Say, Wang Yu, we still are lovers, right? Xia Qinyan looked at Wang Yu affectionately, eyes full of hope. I slightly stunned by this question. Didn't answer directly, but asked back, why? Xia Qinyan slightly embarrassed. I'm a bit afraid after amnesia. You will become another person. Won't like me anymore. I looked at Xia Qinyan like this. Eyes flashed sharp look. Looked into Xia Qinyan's eyes. Seriously opened mouth. Then you see have I changed now? Xia Qinyan shook head. You still like before. Actually personality not changed at all, though some small details slightly different. But in my eyes, you still the old Wang Yu. I slightly curled lips. So if you don't deceive me, then of course we still are lovers. Afternoon class. I went to first class. Found a position, not front not back, sat down. Took out phone to flip through. When I focused on phone screen, a figure sat down beside me. Initially thought Wang Kang. Not to mind. Result glanced. Eyes immediately widened. I frowned. Then said, so this Jiangwu. Do you know where she lives? This I really don't know. You guys never told me. Staff shook head. Expressed denial. So, I a bit regretful. Now another Jiangwu appeared. I started headache again. Rubbed temples. Then said, thank you. Then I go first. Don't worry, look at that girl, knows she likes you. Surely we'll find you. Hope so. I only bitter smile, then quickly left. Right at that time, Shenjia's voice sounded again. You. Meet again. I turned, Shenjia behind waving to me. Really coincidence. Every time we meet, Shenjia smiled, said, I not affirm not deny, only smiled, said, you going home, you. And you, later you also go straight home, right? My sister still at home, must go back. Sister, you has sister. Hearing this word, Shenjia's eyes widened, clearly a bit surprised. In Shenjia's impression, Wang Yu should be only child. I saw Shenjia's surprise. Explained. This matter explained a bit complicated, but indeed considered my sister. Few months ago started living at my house. So, Shenjia nodded, pondered. Then as if thought of something, smiled to Wang Yu, said, then can I meet this sister? I'm quite curious about her. I hesitated a bit. Started thinking. Also not impossible, but I must go back ask her opinion first. Of course. If sister agrees, then I can come to your house anytime. Shenjia's eyes showed mischievous look, but not necessarily good news. You still. It's okay. I know you very soft-hearted, even if sister doesn't agree. As long as I act spoiled, you surely will find way to compensate me, right? Shenjia looked at Wang Yu mischievously, eyes full of affection. Two each had own thoughts. Walked to an intersection. Shenjia left first. She waved to Wang Yu, then goodbye, see you tomorrow, you. I also symbolically waved, then continued towards my apartment. Suddenly I turned back, looked at Shenjia's back. Eyes slightly. Today to go to that convenience store, so I took a detour road. So why Shenjia so coincidence? Again, just met me. Sometimes also think don't know. Am I too sensitive? Actually, since amnesia, this world, I hold a quite fearful view. Because of this fear of unknown, I seriously observe this world. Prevent possible situations. Brother back. Welcome. I just opened door half. Already heard sister's voice. Glanced at when Lulu, gently nodded, then asked, today you at home all day? When Lulu nodded, I already cleaned the house. You see, the floor now much shinier. I lowered head, looked at floor. Indeed so. Praised sister, then drank a sip of water. Actually, I have something want to discuss with you. What? As long as you say, little Lu all agree. When Lulu obediently stood in front of Wang Yu. Also no need to listen like that. I gently complained. Actually, it's like this. You may not know. I have a childhood friend named Shenjia. She quite good. She heard you living at my house and want to meet you. Shenjia. When Lulu heard this name, and eyes showed vigilance, hard to see. This name when Lulu remembered very clearly. That's one of the girls, right on first day. Added friend with Big Brother. Even claimed to be Big Brother's childhood friend. Of course, when Lulu investigated. Deepest about this Shenjia, but final result made when Lulu disappointed. Because could find out, Shenjia's birthplace, really same as brother's place before moving. Meaning, Shenjia very likely not lying about this, really Big Brother's childhood friend, but also just title, common decided by birthplace only, dare to dream using this title. To connect with Big Brother, really don't know her position. What she is, Lulu raised face. Smiled brightly. Of course, already brother's childhood friend, Then little Lu must meet. Heard finished I satisfied nodded. Then okay. I will find time, see if can arrange you two meet. No need to find, you not said weekend take me stroll street. Choose that day, when Lulu directly opened mouth. Decided for Wang Yu. Also fine. As long as you know opinion. I very look forward to meeting her. What should I call her? Call Shen's sister, okay? If you like, you can call her whatever. After that I sent this news to Shen Jiayi via phone. Shen Jiayi on other end seemed very happy. Can see from emojis she sent. During dinner, I asked sister, Little Lu, do you like anything? Or in other words, do you have any hobbies? Why you ask that when Lulu while picking food? I just feel, now I seem not understand my sister much. Already have such good sister. Then I should express something, so actively learn about sister more. Make sister feel happy. Anyway, though no blood relation, when Lulu still my only relative now. Different from parents I completely no memory. Lulu since I amnesia. Always took care of me thoughtfully. I of course feel closer. When Lulu heard these words from brother, smile on face immediately radiant. I like you most. This sentence made me dazed, then returned normal. Continued. I know, I mean other aspects. Do you like or want to buy something? Don't worry, I can buy for you. I also have some money, not mentioning 300 key in that card. My card also has quite a lot money. At least grit teeth. Buy sister luxury item also not impossible. When Lulu only smiled, even you say so, suddenly I think, besides you, I can't find anything else. So, alright, I seem to accept this saying, but in heart understood, sister perhaps don't want me spend recklessly for her, so said that, before sleeping that night. Brother, time to take medicine, still like yesterday, Muzira's calm. Unwavering eyes, stared at Wang Yu. What is she doing sitting here? Isn't she usually sitting in the front row? Muzira was only slightly surprised. Then said, now I want to sit here. I looked at Muzira a bit helplessly, then opened mouth. Okay, then you sit. I'll change to another seat. Said finished I stood up, intended to climb over the table to the back row. Result Muzira executed an iron hand move, pulled me back. Damn, I was pulled. Almost fell. No, can you be careful a bit? Very dangerous you know. Muzira still kept blank face. Nodded, I looked at Muzira from top to bottom, then used the old trick again. Wanted to change seat. Result again pulled back by Muzira. Are you deliberately making trouble? I want to sit next to you. But I don't want to sit next to you. You promised me. What did I promise you? You said you won't avoid me anymore? I sighed. This word I indeed said, so had to obediently sit down. And like that in this strange atmosphere. Started class. However as expected, Muzira indeed didn't give up, though no action yet, but clearly felt she started excited. Muzira gently bit lip, body slightly trembling, looked at Wang Yu. I didn't look left right, wholeheartedly looked at blackboard, tried to increase thinking speed. Wang Yu seemed finally couldn't bear. Muzira opened mouth again. Shut up, I'm thinking math problem, don't disturb my study. Through the whole class, endured both psychologically and physiologically. Finally I waited until end of class, carried backpack ran to convenience store. Distance from school not too far. Hello? Welcome customer. Electronic mechanical voice sounded when Wang Yu arrived. Staff towards Wang Yu. Just about to greet, but when saw Wang Yu's face, surprised a bit. Wang Yu, why you come? I stunned, then showed light smile. I remember before seemed to work here, so came to see. Really miss. When you hear it was good. How? Want to come back part-time here? Call Little Wu too. Ah! Where is Little Wu? Not come with you. I heard this name. Frowned. Repeated. Little Wu. Yes. Jiang Wu. You two not break up, right? Staff joked. I felt like touched some important secret. Yo. Sorry, I just joked. Don't mind, okay? Staff laughed. I suddenly serious. Looked at Staff. Actually, it's like this. I told Staff about amnesia. Staff heard finished seemed thoughtful. So that's it. You also suffer. Even amnesia happened to you. So Jiang Wu you just mentioned. Can tell me more details. Kid. Before you part-timed here, actually you also part-timed at many other places. Basically all with that girl Jiang Wu. You two very close. At that time I teased you two. Told you two quickly get together. However you two really not get together. I just joked earlier. Xia Qingyun became even more confident. Her face full of affection. Looking back at Muzira. She opened her mouth. Muzira's expression remained unchanged. In what capacity? Hearing this sentence, Xia Qingyun's eyes flashed. A dangerous aura almost impossible to hide. Do I still need to ask? On the contrary, student Muzira, in what capacity are you inviting Wang Yu? Muzira turned back to look at Wang Yu. In her eyes, there seemed to be a bit of inquiry, but I completely didn't know what she was asking. I only showed a confused expression. Then Muzira turned back, gently opened her mouth. Wang Yu didn't let me speak. This sentence can be said to have directly ignited the battlefield. The crowd watching the drama felt itchy-headed, as if brains were growing. I saw the situation developing in an unpredictable direction. Hurriedly stood between the two to prevent this smokeless war. Muzira and Xia Qingyun both looked at Wang Yu, seeming to wait for Wang Yu's answer. My answer was naturally very simple. Currently, in my eyes, Xia Qingyun, she is still my girlfriend. Myself, need to get more information from Xia Qingyun. How could I eat with another girl at this time? So I looked at Muzira. Sorry, student Mu0. I already have an appointment with Sia Kinjin. Sia Kinjin smugly looked at Mu0. Mu0, for some unknown reason, slightly fearful, hid behind Wang Yu, only revealing half her head to look at Sia Kinjin. Don't stick so close to Wang Yu's back. Mu0 used a voice only Wang Yu could hear, open her mouth. She is very dangerous. My face slightly moved, looking at Mu0's appearance, then looking at Sia Kinjin. Although I knew this point long ago, but student Mu0, you really don't have the qualification to say these words. I sighed inwardly, then didn't pay too much attention, followed Sia Kinjin out. Before leaving, Sia Kinjin smugly looked at Mu0. Ruined my plan once. Do you still want to ruin it a second time? Lunchtime, Sia Kinjin chose the location. It was her student council president's office. I still have some documents not yet reviewed, so I have to make Wang Yu suffer. Sia Kinjin smiled and said to Wang Yu, "It's okay." I shook my head, revealed a light smile. Sia Kinjin happily from Wang Yu's hand, took the lunchbox he brought, helped Wang Yu arrange the dishes on the table, looked at Sia Kinjin face to face. This office is a bit larger than I imagined. Looking at these files, in my heart, as if calculating something, Sia Kinjin suddenly asked, "Wang Yu, you now with Mu0?" I raised my head to look at Sia Kinjin's expression. Clearly, the confrontation just now with Mu0 made Sia Kinjin very concerned. I should ask what relationship I had with Mu0 before. Hearing Wang Yu's question again, Sia Kinjin's face stiffened, then regained her smile. "Before, you were just classmates. At least I don't know if there was any other relationship between you two. Is that so?" My eyes slightly moved, still not leaving Sia Kinjin's eyes. "What about you? What relationship do you have with her? I heard the dialogue between you two. It seems you knew each other before." Sia Kinjin continued to explain. "She and I knew each other since childhood, but it's just acquaintance. Not much interaction with her." I observed Sia Kinjin's expression, a mix of truth and falsehood. "So that's how it is." I only made a face as if just understanding, currently not planning to expose everything. "Hey Wang Yu." Little sister carried the tray, placed the medicine on the tissue. In the middle of the night, under the effect of sleeping pills, I fell into sleep. Lulu entered Wang Yu's room again, sat down beside Wang Yu's bed, repeated that sentence in Wang Yu's ear. "Lord brother, just loving little Lu is enough." "You bro, did you sleep last night? Why do you look so tired?" In the classroom, Wang Kang looked at Wang Yu's face full of fatigue, his face full of surprise. "Don't mention it." I slumped on the desk. Red fish eyes almost lost their light. Even if I sleep, every morning I wake up especially tired, as if even though I slept, but my brain didn't shut down at all. "So can you take a nap now? The main problem is, I'm very tired now, but still can't sleep. I even suspect I have bed strangeness. Only at home can I sleep." At this time, my paranoia flared up again. Why only at home can I sleep? What's different between home and school? Unconsciously thought of taking medicine every night before sleep. Actually, the first day of amnesia, I also couldn't sleep at home, but the second day I could sleep. The rare difference here is starting from the second day taking medicine. Is it the effect of the medicine? But I checked carefully. Each pill, there is no anti-anxiety or sedative type. In theory, it shouldn't have that effect. But if not the effect of the medicine, then what is the reason? The headache came again. However, now I'm almost used to this pain. My expression didn't change. "Kang Zi, I ask you something. What is it? Do you know a girl named Jiang Wu?" "Jiang Wu? Never heard." Wang Kang shook his head, indicating he doesn't know. I helplessly glanced at Wang Kang, then sighed. "Useless. Asking you anything you don't know." "Wang Yu, do you want to have lunch with me?" At noon, Mu0 came to Wang Yu's side, opened her mouth to ask. I looked at her blinking, bit confused. What does Mu0 want to do again? Of course. This statement gave the class gossip group some more joy. Looking at the curious eyes continuously shooting towards me, I couldn't help rolling my eyes. "Why do you want to eat with me?" Mu0 tilted her head and said directly, but at that moment, Wang Yu, when I was thinking, another female voice sounded. Unconsciously raised my head. My face immediately stiffened. Sia Kinjin stood behind Mu0, smiling purely looking at Wang Yu. "We should go have lunch." Sia Kinjin continued to speak. Mu0's expression slightly stiffened, then turned her head to look at Sia Kinjin. Keenly noticed when Sia Kinjin saw Mu0, the smile on her face distorted slightly. Hard to notice, but in front of Wang Yu, she still maintained calm. She smiled looking at Mu0. "Isn't the student Mu0? What are you doing with my Wang Yu?" The surrounding eyes clearly increased and became more intense. "Ho ho, what new plot is this? I just like watching women argue. Oh my god. What does Wang Yu rely on? I'm just inviting him to have lunch together." Mu0 just calmly spoke. "Is that so? But sorry, Wang Yu already has an appointment. The one eating with him is me. Right? Wang Yu." Sia Kinjin tilted her head, face full of smile looking towards Wang Yu. I looked straight into Sia Kinjin's eyes. In my heart, pondered a bit, then nodded. Seeing Wang Yu nod, "We are already lovers. Right? You said so." At this time, Sia Kinjin suddenly stood up, her eyes hard to hide excitement. I was stunned, then nodded slightly. "What's wrong? We are already lovers. That means we can do something to take it a step further. Right?" Sia Kinjin's mouth corners curved up, face full of expectation and desire. "Honestly, We haven't kissed for a long time. Moreover, about what just happened, I'm a bit jealous, so can you give me a kiss? Sia Kinjin stared at Wang Yu, body propped up, head approaching, as if already eager to have a kiss from Wang Yu. Wait, I unconsciously leaned back, increasing the distance. Sia Kinjin, listen to me. Currently, I have no memory of you, so even if I admit myself as your boyfriend, but really wanting to do such things, I'm still not ready. It's okay. Wang Yu, you don't remember, right? Psychology says, as long as receiving certain stimulation, it may help recover memory. Our kiss might be that stimulation. I saw clearly. Sia Kinjin's smile became more excited, even more morbid. Her yander nature seemed unable to be hidden anymore. Calm down first. Sia Kinjin, I can't calm down anymore. Sia Kinjin grabbed Wang Yu's collar, held Wang Yu tightly. I'm almost unable to endure. Wang Yu, you don't know how hard it was for me these days. Why can't you be obedient? Like before, that way everyone is happy. Sia Kinjin smiled morbidly. My eyes slightly narrowed. Had to play the last card. Sia Kinjin's voice suddenly became cold. Her eyes also became unusually icy. I still have one question to ask you. Let's talk about this later. Now let's enjoy. I didn't care if Sia Kinjin wanted to answer or not. Directly spoke. Last night I had a dream. In the dream, there was a girl. Her name is Jiang Wu. Hearing this name, all of Sia Kinjin's movements immediately froze. Her eyes revealed panic. How do you remember? Her eyes immediately sharpened. It seems I gambled correctly. Sia Kinjin indeed knows this so-called Jiang Wu, but why does she show such panic? I decided to continue probing. So said, in the dream, the actions between me and her were very intimate. This is really strange. Sia Kinjin, isn't my girlfriend you, so why do I have such a good relationship with another girl? Am I a playboy? Or actually you are not my girlfriend. Have been lying to me all along. I think this is impossible. Right? You know, I hate being deceived the most. If someone deceives me like that, I will definitely hate them for life. Sia Kinjin's face full of panic. She held Wang Yu tightly. Begged. Sorry Wang Yu. I was wrong. I shouldn't have lied to you. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Please don't hate me. Please, Sia Kinjin pleaded. Tears already welled up in the corners of her eyes. At a loss, I also looked at Sia Kinjin, mouth corners slightly curved into a smile, but with a bit of mockery. How do I know if your regret now is lying or not? Sia Kinjin's eyes red, voice with sobbing. Wang Yu, please, I know I was wrong. I won't lie to you anymore. You can make me do anything. I can't be away from you. Actually, I didn't dream that dream at all. Moreover, I discovered early that you were lying. The reason I pretended not to know was just to use you. We can call it even. Sia Kinjin looked at Wang Yu, eyes full of disbelief. She had a bit of hope. That means... Wang Yu, I already said, we are even, whether before or now, we are even, now we have no relationship at all. I won't have lunch with you anymore. You had better not think about finding me again. After saying these words, I left the office without looking back. Didn't even look back at Sia Kinjin once. Sia Kinjin looked at the tightly closed door. Eyes empty, as if unable to believe what just happened. Body trembling non-stop. Wang Yu, don't go. Don't leave me again. This afternoon I have no class, so I didn't stay at school long. Prepared to go home, sitting in a small shop not far from the school gate, enjoying the air conditioning of the shop. Lowered head looking at the phone screen. The screen displayed the timer I set as a stopwatch. When it displayed 10 minutes, I pressed stop, then stood up, sharp eyes. Could it really be that I overthought? I put the phone in my pocket, shouldered my backpack, and left the shop. Arrived at the front door of home. I saw several cats lying under my building again. Several cats immediately approached, affectionately rubbed against Wang Yu's pant legs. I looked around, as if thinking where I could buy cat food, but at this moment suddenly remembered, the first time coming here after amnesia, Uncle Wang's security room had several bags of cat food, so I planned to find Uncle Wang to understand the situation. Knocked on the security room window. Still Uncle Wang on duty. Uncle Wang looked at Wang Yu, then opened the door for Wang Yu to enter the duty room. I politely greeted and stated the purpose. You mean cat food? Here it is. Uncle Wang looked Wang Yu over, then opened a cabinet. Thank you, Uncle Wang. Do you raise cats? I sat down, thanked while asking. Unexpectedly, Uncle Wang just shook his head, then opened his mouth. This is what you left with me. Forgot. Maybe if I say it you won't believe. Uncle Wang, actually recently I have amnesia, so completely don't remember this. Really sorry. Uncle Wang looked into Wang Yu's eyes, silently took a puff of cigarette, then slowly nodded. You believe just like that? I was a bit surprised. I have always trusted your character. Kid. Moreover, you have no reason to lie to me. Uncle Wang just said briefly. I realized, Uncle Wang from beginning to end maintained a calm state, worthy of being a veteran actor, not an old security guard but calmness. Having such a person guarding my residential area, in my heart I also feel a bit more at ease. At this time Uncle Wang's eyes glanced out the window, then opened his mouth. I said, I trust your character, kid, so I also remind you of something. Recently better be careful. My eyes rolled once, looked at Uncle Wang with a bit of vigilance and confusion. What do you mean? That black car outside, I have seen it several times, each time parked nearby when you return, when you leave also drives following. Probably not the good type, but it hasn't come in. According to Uncle Wong's words, my eyes also directed out the window. Saw the black car Uncle Wong mentioned. The car is quite high-end. Really not like the type of car appearing around my residential area. Looking at that car, I secretly memorized the license plate. Sia Kinjin. I can't calm down anymore. Sia Kinjin grabbed Wang Yu's collar, held Wang Yu tightly, am almost unable to endure. Wang Yu, you don't know how hard it was for me these days. Why can't you be obedient? Like before, that way everyone is happy. Sia Kinjin smiled morbidly. My eyes slightly narrowed. Had to play the last card. Sia Kinjin's voice suddenly became cold. Her eyes also became unusually icy. I still have one question to ask you. Let's talk about this later. Now let's enjoy. I didn't care if Sia Kinjin wanted to answer or not. Directly spoke. Last night I had a dream. In the dream, there was a girl. Her name is Jiang Wu. Hearing this name, all of Xia Kinyan's movements immediately froze. Her eyes revealed panic. How do you remember? Her eyes immediately sharpened. It seems I gambled correctly. Xia Kinyan indeed knows this so-called Jiang Wu, but why does she show such panic? I decided to continue probing. So said, in the dream, the actions between me and her were very intimate. This is really strange. Xia Kinyan, isn't my girlfriend you, so why do I have such a good relationship with another girl? Am I a playboy? Or actually you are not my girlfriend, have been lying to me all along. I think this is impossible. Right? You know, I hate being deceived the most. If someone deceives me like that, I will definitely hate them for life. Xia Kinyan's face full of panic. She held Wang Yu tightly. Begged. Sorry Wang Yu. I was wrong. I shouldn't have lied to you. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Please don't hate me. Please. Xia Kinyan pleaded. Tears already welled up in the corners of her eyes. At a loss, I also looked at Xia Kinyan, mouth corners slightly curved into a smile, but with a bit of mockery. How do I know if your regret now is lying or not? Xia Kinyan's eyes red, voice with sobbing. Wang Yu. Please, I know I was wrong. I won't lie to you anymore. You can make me do anything. I can't be away from you. Completely ignored Xia Kinyan's words full of coldness. Tell me who Jiang Wu is. Where is she now? Wang Yu. Believe me, she is not your girlfriend. Actually, I am your ex-girlfriend. Tell me less irrelevant things. I glared. Looked angry. Whether what you say is true or false, I will judge myself. Now tell me, where is she? I don't know. Xia Kinyan used her hand to hold her head. Anxiously shouted loudly. She has taken a leave of absence. I also don't know where she is now. Hearing this, I frowned. Leave of absence? What's going on? I don't know either. I really don't know anything. I stared at Xia Kinyan, as if judging if she was lying. Xia Kinyan was still begging. She grabbed Wang Yu about to speak, but I suddenly stood up, looked at Xia Kinyan, then forget it. Xia Kinyan, you have lied to me. It's hard for me to forgive, but I also lied to you. Thank you, Uncle Wang. I will pay attention. When free, can come talk to me. Have amnesia, perhaps still a bit unfamiliar with this residential area. Old man like me, also a bit forgetful. If I remember something about you before, can also tell you. I nodded. When have time, I will come. Uncle Wang, before, you were in the military, right? Uncle Wang raised his eyebrow. Kid you discovered again. Seems observation ability is still good like that. I smiled lightly. Your hand calluses are very special. Out of the security room, I through the glass reflection looked at that black car. Didn't choose to alert the snake. Carried cat food into the residential area. In the black car outside the residential area, burly man wearing black suit. Continuously watched Wang Yu enter the residential area. Then started calling, young miss still no abnormality. The money in that card he also hasn't touched. I know. Hung up the phone. The man put away the phone, continued observing a few more minutes, then drove away. At the same time, I opened the cat food, gave to the hungry meowing cats underfoot. Brother, when I was looking at the cats, suddenly heard Wen Lula's voice. Raised head saw little sister standing in front, a bit surprised looking at Wang Yu, and the cats. Little Lu. You're back. I saw Wen Lulu, also naturally greeted. When Lulu slowly nodded, seen brother smile a bit stunned. Brother feeding cats again. I also just knew today. Turns out before I often came here to feed them. No wonder they see me and approach. Before I asked if you want to raise one, but you didn't agree, when Lulu explained. Is that so? Perhaps at that time I didn't have much energy? After saying, I shook my head, then stood up, not talking about this anymore. You back just in time. Let's go home. So brother and sister, when Lulu went to room to put school bag, I held phone browsing something, waited for when Lulu out, saw brother's expression seemed a bit strange, but she couldn't say why. When Lulu sat beside brother, discovered brother just browsing short videos. When Lulu rubbed her body, leaned head on Wang Yu, affectionately hummed a few times, then opened mouth. Brother, today did you tell Sister Shen about meeting this weekend? Glanced at Wen Lulu, then said, today didn't meet her. Later I will message her. When Lulu nodded slightly. So what kind of person is Sister Shen? When I meet her, need to note anything? Her. I raised head as if thinking person is quite good, also quite gentle, although sometimes talking hard to know true or false, but overall not bad person. Probably will like. Then little Lu is relieved when Lulu cutely smiled lightly. Then yawned, rubbed body on brother several times. Sleepy. I looked at when Lulu curved mouth corners, go to room sleep a bit, let little Lou lean a bit more okay. When Lulu affectionately acted spoiled. Brother has amnesia. Little Lou hasn't leaned on brother like this. Hearing these words, I was also stunned. Then my mouth corners indulgently curved up, glanced at little sister. Okay. You lean, and like that in the rare leisurely afternoon, little sister leaned on brother. Even breathing, sank into peaceful dream when Lulu woke up, discovered on herself already covered with a blanket, and her head, already moved from brother to lying on the sofa. She sat up rubbing sleepy eyes, leaning on Lord Brother really too comfortable. Not careful really fell asleep. She looked around. I just came out from the kitchen, saw little sister awake then smiled. Saw you sleeping soundly, so didn't wake you. Today dinner I already cooked. When Lulu saw brother, expression slightly stunned, but quickly returned to normal. She smiled, obediently nodded. Brother is the best. Lord Brother really gentle, soft-hearted like God is the gift God bestowed on me, so little Lou will definitely take good care of brother. The painful memories before, little Lou won't let brother experience again. No one can take away the gift belonging to little Lou. During the meal, I sat opposite when Lulu, watched when Lulu eat the food I cooked, revealed a smile. How is it? Although definitely not as good as little Lou cooks, but not bad, right? Brother's cooking skill is great. When Lulu highly evaluated, immediately obediently said, "That's good." I relieved, ate my own portion. I finished my portion, looked at little sister, then opened mouth. Little Lou. Actually today at school, happened something that made me very angry. When Lulu raised head, slightly confused looked at brother. There's a person named Sia Kinjin. Does little Lou know? Seems to be the student council president of my school. The first day I had amnesia, she came to find me, said she is my girlfriend. At first I believed, but later, discovered completely not so. Today I exposed her. I don't know if little Lou knows, but I am a person who hates being deceived. So knowing she deceived me, I am very angry, no matter how she begs. I also don't plan to easily forgive her about this. When Lulu expression normal, smiled and said, "Really? With such person, even if brother doesn't forgive also no way." I also smiled along. Little Lou, you are the exception. You are my most important family now. Even if you deceive me, I will also believe. You have your own reasons. Of course, best not to deceive me. What I want to say is, I although lost memories, but having little sister like little Lou, actually I feel very happy. Also very honored. I stood up, patted when Lula's shoulder. After washing dishes, remember to sleep early. I go back to room first. Yes. Brother also rest early. When Lulu expression normal, smiled at Wang Yu. I nodded. Very soon after Wang Yu left, when Lula's calm expression finally changed, her eyes couldn't hide the panic in her heart. Her hands also unconsciously trembled slightly. An indescribable suffocating feeling spread throughout Wen Lula's body. Even though she tried to stay calm, still couldn't help panicking. Lord Brother is warning little Lu. This is another side of Lord Brother, that when Lulu always careful, doesn't dare to touch. Midnight, when Lulu as usual entered Wang Yu's room, flipped through Wang Yu's phone. When scrolling to Wang Yu's search history, when Lulu immediately inhaled a cold breath, only saw on the screen, clearly displayed 3 big words. Hyperthemesia. Looking at these 3 words, when Lula's breathing became rapid, in her heart began intense struggle. Lord Brother is very gentle. To anyone also so, but little sister knows, Lord Brother really not so. Before when Lulu came to live at Wang Yu's house, Wang Yu from childhood because of hyperthemesia, formed extremely obsessive personality, outwardly calm and tolerant, but actually inside very empty, fragile. After parents divorced, Wang Yu didn't want to see either side remarry. Also didn't want to become burdened to either side, so after passing university entrance exam, moved out alone. In the 3 years since moving out, Wang Yu actually very lonely, no real friends, closed heart to everyone, every day came and went alone. No parents, no family, no friends, every day endured the torment from the side effects of hyperthemesia. Next morning I woke up, then saw little sister lowered head, hands tightly holding a paper, face full of worry looking at Wang Yu. What's wrong? I a bit puzzled. Brother. Sorry, little Lu actually has something hiding from brother. When Lulu said while sobbing, corners of eyes almost visible little sister like that. I frowned, then wiped little sister's tears. Don't cry first. If something tell brother is fine. Brother won't blame you. This brother see yourself. When Lulu took the paper holding in hand, gave to brother, I received the paper, discovered it was my medical record, glanced at it, saw besides describing amnesia, also specially added next to medical history, hyperthemesia. Seen this word, I as if finally understood, although already vaguely guessed, but when the result really appeared in front, I then finally could confirm everything, looked at medical record, then looked at when Lulu finally sighed. Why not tell brother about brother before? Because hyperthemesia actually very painful. I don't want brother to experience those painful things again. When Lulu just said, eyes full of tears, made people looking very heartbroken. Looking at little sister like that, I also didn't know what to say. Sighed, then reached out to rub little sister's head. Brother already said, even if you deceive brother, brother also believe you have reasons. You for brother's good. Actually brother also no reason to blame you. Honestly brother already guessed roughly this matter. You can be frank with brother. Brother also very happy, so don't fear much. Brother won't blame you. Really, brother? When Lulu looked at Wang Yu, small face still a bit fearful, I smiled gently. Really? No need to worry. You are brother's family. Brother will never hate you. When Lulu sobbed once, then suddenly hugged Wang Yu tightly. Sorry, brother. Little Lu just doesn't want brother to remember those painful things before. I gently stroked Wen Lula's back. Sighed. Brother understands, but I didn't see. Hugging my little sister, at this time mouth corners slowly curved up a subtle arc. Hyperthymesia, ho. Walking on the way to school, I thought again. Confirmed I have this disease, then the initial doubts also resolved. My headache seemed caused by hyperthymesia. No wonder the content of those books before. Just look once, remember. Walking on the road, I looked at the sky in a daze, to the point didn't hear Shenjia's call. Ah, you! Shenjia suddenly appeared in my vision, faced with a bit of sulking. What's wrong with you? Seeing Shenjia, my expression froze, but then revealed smile. Just thinking about something, a bit not paying attention. Really? At least watch the road. You almost ran red light, Shenjia said sulkily. I then reacted, I had already pedestrian crossing, continue walking, really run red light. I blinked, then opened mouth. Thank you. I just now really a bit absent-minded. Fine, I won't say you anymore. Next time pay attention is fine. Ah! You said we can take me to meet your little sister. Is it true? Shenjia mischievously looked at Wang Yu, eyes sparkling light. I nodded. At the nearby shopping mall, the way eat a meal together. That's good. Shenjia smiled. Two people continued walking on the road. Shenjia seemed in good mood. Mouth occasionally hummed little tune. I looked at Shenjia, had an indescribable feeling. Shenjia. Yesterday after school we seemed not to meet, right? I opened mouth to start topic. Yo. Yesterday, ho. I afternoon still had class. You yesterday afternoon no class? Went straight home, right? Of course didn't meet. Shenjia smiled, explaining. I silent for a few seconds, then suddenly opened mouth. Sorry, you what's wrong? Saying sorry for what? Shenjia, a bit confused, looked at Wang Yu. Actually several times. I even suspected you. I suspected if you were stalking me. Even yesterday, deliberately waited 10 minutes at the shop outside school gate. Wanted to see if you are stalking me. I know me like that, very disgusting, but I can only say sorry. I admit, already before all lied. Then now, also no qualification to suspect others, if deceiving me or not, carrying suspicious thoughts, guessing people. Itself already an insult. Better to be frank with the other, if the other chooses to forgive. Naturally both sides happy. Shenjia hearing these words, eyes widened as if a bit unbelievable. I thought that is because not believing in myself. However, I did expect. Shenjia stunned, is because Wang Yu said completely correct. Worthy of a you. If not yesterday had urgent matter. Wouldn't it be seen through? You still sharp like that? Unfortunately, you just a bit short. How can I let such big good opportunity slip away? You, how can you think of me like that? Shenjia frowned, corners of eyes immediately red. Look as pitiful as possible. I know I shouldn't think like that, so if you don't want to forgive, I also understand, if you forgive me. So what? Shenjia slightly tilted her body, curiously looked at Wang Yu. I looked at Shenjia, then looked at the sky, finally just lightly shook head. Nothing. Just some chun abuse sentiments. Shenjia also didn't mind, continued holding Wang Yu's hand. Until... Jiang Wu. I looked at the two words typed on the phone screen. Lying on the desk, silently pressed the search button. In the school forum search appeared many posts, but flipped through, all are useless posts. Completely no any information about the so-called Jiang Wu. Eyes lightly closed, and heart silently sighed, then exited the school forum. Since knowing the existence of a so-called Jiang Wu, I eagerly want to find her, very curious what relationship I have with her, and how we knew each other, why this person can have a good relationship with the previous Wang Yu. Kang Zi, I ask you for this. I opened eyes, looked at Wang Kang beside. Oh god! You bro, you're not sleeping. Wang Kang was startled by Wang Yu's sudden voice. Do I look like sleeping? I'm just closing eyes to rest. I glanced at Wang Kang. Don't interrupt. You help me with something. What is it? Later after class, you help me block. Mu Zero. Say I have something and left. Wang Kang looked at Wang Yu full of surprise. No way you bro. You don't think me sitting beside you is very coincidental, right? Do you know, this class just halfway. Already more than 10 eyes looking at me. So what? My expression normal. Wang Kang seriously looked at Wang Yu. So among those 10 plus eyes, only one eye appeared dozens of times. You guess who? Sounds hard to guess. Wang Kang looked at Wang Yu helplessly. Finally could only shake head say. You bro. I say really, you better comply with her. The bell rang. Mu Zero at the same time stood up, walked towards Wang Yu. I felt not good, immediately pulled the window beside, face full of bravery, rather be broken jade than intact tile. Next moment I without hesitation jumped down. You bro. Wang Kang hurriedly rushed to grab Wang Yu, but only grabbed air. Wang Kang immediately eyes red. Boo-hoo, you bro, why so unyielding? Shut up, this is first floor. Cry more, I will slap you twice right now. And Wang Kang sobbing, my scolding sounded. Wang Kang then suddenly discovered Wang Yu under the window, eyes looking at Wang Kang like looking at a retarded child. You kid also have something hiding from me, right? You wait. The money matter I will settle with you later. After saying, I already ran away fast, looking at Wang Yu's fleeing back, Muzir tilted head, face full of innocence. Blinked. Small run. On the way past the office building, my eyes glanced, a bit hesitant stopped. Looked at the office building. Eyes a bit dark unclear. Wang Yu. As long as Wang Yu forgives me, am willing to do anything. I immediately shivered. Pupils contracted, because at this time, a cold feeling suddenly spread from neck. Not because wind blew, but because right now, behind me, Xia Qingjin was standing behind. Xia Qingjin eyes empty, corners of eyes full of bloodshot. Words like cold wind from ice cellar blew out, blew making my whole body goosebumps. My Adam's apple slid up and down. Took a deep breath. Damn. You walk without sound, right? However, Xia Qingjin's state very abnormal. She clearly in haggard condition. Wang Yu. Xia Qingjin suddenly both hands covered face Wang Yu. Stared into Wang Yu's eyes, mouth mumbling non-stop. Don't leave me, otherwise I can only... While saying, Xia Qingjin's hand force gradually increased. My eyes widened. Alarm bells rang. Xia Qingjin, calm down first. I want to apologize. I won't leave you. Huge survival instinct made me say these words. Without hesitation poured out, and Xia Qingjin hearing these words, whole body inexplicably trembled. Light and eyes gradually returned, looked at Wang Yu's face, paused a few seconds, then immediately moved forward excitedly. Really, Wang Yu? I looked at Xia Qingjin. I admit what I said yesterday a bit too much, about some extreme words. Please accept my apology. Of course, all those said so, but in my mind only took 1 second to review each sentence. Really don't know which called. I lied to deceive you. Is this matter I temporarily still can't completely forgive? About this I say frankly. Xia Qingjin immediately startled. In heart a bit panic. I although don't want to be double standard person, but at least must ensure, in the future try to make others not deceive me. So necessary to declare my principles to these people. But, I continued to speak, for some hard to explain reasons. I think I shouldn't be so selfish. Moreover, I also lied to use you. So let's call it even. Xia Qingjin's eyes lit up. From, even, Wang Yu last time also said so, but meaning completely different. Really? Xia Qingjin hurriedly approached. This time I know I was wrong. Wang Yu. Later I really won't deceive you anymore. My eyes slightly narrowed, looked at Xia Qingjin from top to bottom. Really? Really? Xia Qingjin immediately obediently nodded. I turned head away, didn't say more, then I ask you, who exactly is Jiangwu? Hearing the name Jiangwu, Xia Qingjin's eyes clearly dimmed, as if don't want to talk about this name, finally helplessly spoke. Why even with amnesia, you still can't forget her? This sentence made me glance at Xia Qingjin. Could she before be my girlfriend? Nope. Absolutely not. I just said. Xia Qingjin already immediately excited, seriously looked at Wang Yu. I don't know how you two knew each other before, but when I saw her, you two already had good relationship. Indescribable. Good to the point I feel disgusted. Xia Qingjin's hands clenched. Later I knew, she is your senior. Hey you, I have good relationship with her. What does it have to do with you? Yup. Yander huh. Then it's fine. Then what? You said before she took leave what's that? Don't know. Xia Qingjin just shook head. She took leave only left info at student council. Specific reason I don't know. Where is she? This you must know right. But Xia Qingjin still shook head. Her file only recorded birthplace. Now where she lives. I also don't know. I looked at Xia Qingjin. Frowned. Am telling the truth. My eyes slightly moved, as if thinking something. Current clues? Actually same as what I already know. Fine. I also want to ask you more. Last time soon. I go first. I stood up, brushed dust on body. Planned to leave first. Right when I planned to leave, Xia Qingjin pulled me. I turned back, saw Xia Qingjin looking at me with pleading eyes. Today noon I still can find you. Eat meal not. I silent a few seconds. You can make me do anything. I can only weakly speak. Hearing the latter half sentence, Shenjia's eyes lit up imperceptibly. She still pretended very heartbroken. Red eyes looked at Wang Yu. Really anything okay? I immediately nodded. Shenjia's cheeks slightly red. Eyes shyly looked at Wang Yu. Then you kiss me. My face blank. Look at you. Clearly you don't want. You deceive me again. Shenjia again sulkily cried. No. I don't mean that. It's other thing. I don't know how to explain anymore. I don't care. You kiss me. Otherwise I won't forgive you. Change to other okay. Change to other I definitely agree. Then you hold my hand. Even this you don't want. You still deceiving me. Hey! I hold. Okay. I helplessly had to agree. And Shenjia immediately stopped crying. Giggling held Wang Yu's hand. Then fine. I forgive you. You just now all acting. I surprised looked at Shenjia. Why you deceive me? Then I of course must deceive back at you. Shenjia smugly smiled. You really forgave me? I still a bit unsure looked at Shenjia. Of course. Moreover I don't think you wrong. Shenjia looked at Wang Yu, revealed faint smile. You just amnesia. To everything in the world. Of course feel fear and doubt. Protect self. Suspect others also nothing wrong. You no need to feel guilty for that. If it were me, I would do the same. Shenjia's words very sincere. I looked at her. Pondered. Perhaps so. But at least in my heart feel not right. Besides this, Shenjia looked at Wang Yu, eyes with mischievous charm. Are you shy? I choked by Shenjia's words. Nope. Liar, your face all red. Moved right. You definitely moved right. Shenjia continued teasing. Already said no. If you keep talking nonsense, I won't hold your hand anymore. Two people continued on the road. Shenjiai held Wang Yi's hand, face full of satisfaction, and I, after slightly stunned, spoke again. Shenjiai, do you think in this world really exists person never lied? Or say, in this world, exists person never told the truth? Shenjiai glanced at Wang Yu with a bit curiosity, raised head thought a while, then answered, at least I don't think so. What about you? I raised head, took deep breath. Eyes deep. Before I thought yes, but now I think, if in the world, exist a person never lied, then the existence of that person itself is a lie. However, for individual, very possible exists to someone. Never lie. In people, simply put, if a person to another never lied, then to that other, this person is a never lied person. In the world of the latter, the former is saint like no deception person.